Welcome back, Lelanders, to the end of Thanksgiving edition of Clone Evolution. And gotta go to bed early edition because I have to work at the crack of dawn. But I took a little nap today, so I should be okay to stream. I'll just be a little bit tired tomorrow. In my region of Canada, we're supposed to have an epic snowstorm. I think it's supposed to go for about 30 hours. My boss is saying, oh, it's going to be an easy shift, and every time he says that, it's going to be like a nightmare, so I'm just preparing for the worst. Preparing by staying up late, not sleeping. Alright, so let's begin. Today's episode, we do have to wrap up Thanksgiving. Another thing that we're going to wrap up is I did get my bet into the Hunger Games in time. So if anyone's wondering, yes, we did place a bet, and we bet on, who was it, Kirakoma or Keck? I believe we bet on Kirakoma. Yes, we did. So Kirakoma's the heavy favorite. Hey, Jeffrey Dead. Hey, just opened up Clone Evolution yourself. That's good news. Did you place a bet, or do you have a different Hunger Games? Yeah, so I just thought I'd give a congratulations to everyone who made it to the finals or semifinals. It was Keck versus Stephanie. So big shout out to Stephanie. I don't think we've seen her here this many times. Hey, Fatty Kuka. And Kirakoma and Takahan. So the only person who's really missing from this normal finals is Collator. So I believe one of these people eliminated Collator sooner. They really should show like a chart of like who, like a review of the tournament and who all won and stuff, but I don't know, maybe one day they'll spruce up the Hunger Games. I was thinking that's what they really need. Especially a reminder button. Alright, so yeah, I hope everyone's knows that the Thanksgiving event is almost over, so we got to finish doing that quick. Try to finish it quick. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dead says he's not high enough level. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Hunger Games really doesn't come until your server makes it to a certain level, which was kind of weird because I remember when I joined my server, it was there right away, and then it didn't come back for like months and months and months, and then eventually it did. So I don't know what the deal with that was. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different event. Maybe I got it confused with chess. Yeah, it's probably chess that I got it confused with. Right, so what else is new? Oh yeah, I went out to my greenhouse today. I haven't gone out there for a while. I was tempted to see how my plants are doing. Because I know, like, living in Canada, if I don't heat the greenhouse, there's not too many plants that are actually going to survive. Obviously pot plants, weed and stuff like that, it'll just die right away. I think the longest I got weed to survive in Canada without a heated greenhouse, just like a normal greenhouse, is I got it to survive like the last week in November. And that was like it was already snowing outside and the plants were still alive. So that's the longest I've ever got them to. So yeah, anyways, today I had to go outside, rake the backyard, and oh wait, we gotta send some big red flowers to our favorite lady in the game, Miss Duplo Lego. Right, let's send out the rest to the lessers. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's equal. It's just Miss Lego's the highest level, so I try to bribe her for help. No, I'm just kidding. Am I? Alright, so, oh yeah, and when I went out to my greenhouse to see how it was doing after finishing raking the leaves, my mind was blown. I open the greenhouse door, look in, expecting to see all my plants like dormant, maybe like wilted away to nothing because it's been so fucking cold. It's like one of the coldest beginnings to winter we've ever had, totally debunking the entire global warming agenda. But I just have to say I completely agree with the man-made global warming theory. It's one of the new stipulations in YouTube. I'm not allowed to disagree with that either. So yeah, it's definitely man-made global warming that's making Canada colder and colder and colder. Now every year Canada just smashes the previous cold weather records. Even this year in like the summer, we had the coldest May ever on record. Hey Steadfast, how's it going? So I always find it funny. It's like the government or YouTube, they always mandate these rules that, oh fuck, I double clicked it. Oh, yeah, and I switched this to collect some Elizabeth because we need her really bad. So we're going for Elizabeth instead of Peaceman. Why? Because now we got the... Oh, fuck, man. It's like I'm getting lag. So every time I fucking click it, it just goes. Damn piece of shit. There we go. Well, I didn't waste too many tickets there. Yeah, so we're working on getting Elizabeth, and we got basically 98 fragments of her left to get. Let's battle this. Start the day off with the battle. Yeah, it looks good. It's weird when we're playing this campaign mode. Our team is always way stronger than the level of the enemies, so we just slaughter them in one hit usually. As I say that, he takes 2 hits. No, so that's one of the things that's funny. It's like Canada keeps getting colder and colder and colder, smashing all the records. All evidence is pointing towards the next ice age beginning. I was actually researching the ice age and found out the ice age actually isn't even over yet. Technically, the last ice age is still in its like end phase. So yeah, we're seeing the end of the ice age. Which makes you wonder, if the ice age is ending, technically shouldn't it be getting warmer and not colder? God, I wish global warming was right, which it is. I'm not allowed to say otherwise. No, I understand that some parts of the globe are getting hotter, but I think what they do, is they hype it up. They're like, oh God, it's like so much hotter this week. Meanwhile, it was like France. They tried to say it was the hottest ever. And turned out France just had, or Greece or whatever regions of Europe, they had like a heat wave that lasted like a week or 2 or whatever, and then the rest of their summer was the coldest ever on record. So I agree that we are getting like little heat wave spells, but as like the overall temperature, it's definitely plummeting. But yeah, I just have to say it's man-made global warming. That's what I have to say. So anyways, yeah, speaking of the man-made global warming, when I went into my greenhouse expecting all my plants to be dead because it's been so fucking cold and snow, I opened the greenhouse, mind blown. My garlic has grown bigger than it did all summer. I was like, holy fuck, man, how the hell is the garlic growing so well? And then I checked my onions. My onions are growing amazing. They like doubled in size. Maybe even 10 times. My onions, rabbits or whatever fucking animals were eating them, had ate it down right to the bulb. So there was no like plant, like leaves sticking out. Today I opened the greenhouse, the fucking onion is just leaves everywhere. I was like, what the fuck, man? It's like 10 times the size. So whatever it is about that greenhouse, if it's warmer or just no snow getting on it, they fucking love it. They're just thriving in the climate. All right, the biggest chest of all. Nothing like getting your hands on a big chest to start off the night. Sorry, creepiest motion ever. All right, so there we go. 170, 50. Yes. All right, let's see which hero it is. Oh, fuck Putin. For God's sakes, could they ever give us someone good? I know someone was telling me there's someone good coming up soon. Better be fucking soon. I'm so sick of all the trash they keep giving us. Anyways, let's go to Elite Mode 50. There we are, Elizabeth. So we're back to battling for Elizabeth. So if anyone wants to see what we got to get enough Elizabeths. Yeah, we got to get 150 of them. So we got basically 96 left to go. And then once we get those 96, we'll be on pace for exactly what we need. Well, oh wait, do we already have one Elizabeth? No, we don't. So yeah, we basically need 96, and then we can get Wind to Fury. So it's probably going to be like a fucking month. We'll see how long it takes. Well, who knows? Today what we're going to do is we're going to do some more casino spins. Maybe we'll start the show off with some now. See if we can get our hands on the Rock God. No! No! Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. Viewers, keep your fingers crossed here. Just one set. No double fingers crossed. That's a jinx. Not that I'm superstitious at all. Alright, so we're getting absolute shit, absolute shit. Oh, we got the enzymes. They consider the enzymes good luck? I don't. Let's try this, see if we can get that Emperor Wu guy. Ah, fuck. None either. But we got lots of enzymes. Damn, I was hoping they'd at least give us that guy. Oh well, let's try a few more of these. So how's everyone's weekend going? I think TV on Saturday night must be pretty lame. We got a bunch of viewers already tuned in. All right. Yeah, knock on wood or touch wood. We can't touch wood. That's just not allowed on YouTube. Pardon the pun. Now I'll get my mind out of the gutter one day. No, the government, actually the weed that I ordered for, was it the Black Friday sale? It already arrived. The delivery guy showed up about an hour ago. Obviously, I haven't smoked any yet. You can probably tell by my demeanor, but... No, I'm still waiting for December 1st. How much longer is it till December 1st? Let's check. We got 1 more day, 2, 3 more days. Fucking wild. But I still got a bunch of stuff I want to finish, so only having 3 days left is kind of freaky. I don't know, I always do good under bad deadlines or big deadlines, last minute deadlines, so hopefully I can finish. What I want to do is get the Lelanders song completed. Who knows, maybe I'll upload it to different song platforms, or maybe I'll just keep it on my YouTube channel. Guess I'll have to do a music video for it too. If I'm going to put it on YouTube, there should be a video as well. All right, we got that guy. So that's one step in the right direction. So we'll come back and do a few more casino spins later, and because they're probably not going to give us a whole bunch of shit right in a row. Now I had an opportunity to buy 3 red scrolls from the store earlier, but I said no because I'm so low in jewels. I was like, fuck man, I don't want to run my jewels down to 0, so I said no. If I had 6,000, I probably would have bought it. Alright, so the next thing we're going to get is a big stack of DNA and the Vibram tokens. I don't think any of the viewers have answered. Hey, Dan Davis, how's it going? Am I going to play some Entropia tonight? I wish I could. Tonight, I was just mentioning to everyone, is I fucking got a huge snowstorm coming in, so I got to wake up super early and shovel the whole day. But who knows, maybe if I have trouble sleeping, then I'll be able to do it, but more than likely what's going to happen is I'm going to go to work, shovel, and then when I come back, have a nap, and then maybe after the nap I'll be able to do it. I guess this is a good time to stream Entropia, or what time do you like shows at? I don't know, 8 o'clock, that's pretty late for the UK, isn't it? I don't know, what is it, 5 hours ahead or less? I don't know. No, I'm eager to play some Entropia, and we got to get some viewers or guests on Entropia so we can talk Entropia. Because man, I'm dying to talk Entropia with actual other Entropians. That'd be a fucking wild episode. I've never done that for a show yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. I tried getting Raven Jade on the show, but she said she's always too busy. And then I noticed she was doing other streams with other players, but no, she's into another game, so yeah, I don't blame her. Everyone needs a break from Entropia. I'm sure it isn't just ditching me. No, we have done a collaboration before. It was a Valentine's Day episode, and she kind of got reamed out for it. So I was like, yeah, everyone should have been nicer to her. No, what happened was Raven Jade did a Valentine's Day giveaway, and I won the giveaway, and everyone was like, oh, she did it on purpose because it was a fellow YouTuber, and they were collaborating against everyone. And I was like, no, I didn't collaborate, so I don't know if she did, but I would have liked to. No, and then some of the money she gave me for the giveaway win-away on Valentine's Day, we ended up buying a shopkeeper. So a big shout out to Raven Jade. She helped pay for my shopkeeper. That was super nice. Now I did give her a Valentine's Day gift back. What did I give her? Oh yeah, one of the pillows that I crafted. Now I was hoping she would put it in her avatar's bedroom and invite me to check it out, but no luck with that. Now, what was else I gonna say? Entropia. Yeah, I really want to do some more Entropia episodes. I want to do a whole birthday special for Entropia because I'm probably going to be alone for my whole birthday unless I do like streaming. So Clone Evolution I can only usually stream for an hour or two, but I'm going to be doing a lot of drinking and a lot of vaping weed first time in 3 months. It'd be nice if I could hang out with other people and do it, not just be getting hammered by myself, but we'll see. No, my government weed just arrived. I'm dying to try it. They gave me a strain of Kush. I haven't had a Kush strain in a while. It was on sale for Black Friday. I think I got like 30 bucks off an ounce or whatever, so it was a pretty good sale. Oh, who is it? Steadfast. Hey, Dan Davis hooked us with a super chat. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, thanks a million, man. Yeah, let's hope we can do some Entropia streams soon. God, man, I'm so hyped about the updates to Entropia. Like, I know some people are hyped about the updates in Clone Evolution, but if I had to rank it, man, like, Entropia is getting a whole new game engine. So, yeah, it might be a disaster. It might be the greatest thing ever. Let's hope greatest ever. Alright, so let's see. Oh, yeah, Steadfast said she got 14 G's of bud from the OCS. Yeah, how long does it take to get a delivery in that neck of the woods? Like, mine literally showed up the next day. I was surprised. And not to get the delivery guy in trouble, but he's supposed to check ID and stuff, and he just left it at my door. But he did actually call me to make sure I got it. So not that it was like a kid that picked it up. The only thing I was thinking is maybe he was paranoid about the whole pandemic. Like, I know if I was a delivery guy, I'd probably just be leaving shit by the door too, and not like answering the door and taking deep breaths and stuff. Because, yeah, that'd be a little bit freaky. Super Chat is basically you can do donations through YouTube. So let's see. Dan's pound that he donated worked out to $1.33 Canadian. Yeah, it's fucking sweet. Now, I haven't had a Super Chat in weeks, or I think George gave me one a while ago, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, man, when Entropia switches over, man, that's going to be... We're going to lose a lot of players, and I bet you we're going to gain a lot of players, too. Sort of like Clone Evolution, man. They lose a lot of players, but they're still gaining ones, too. Holy fuck. We got some good items here. Yeah, so what strain did you get, Steadfast? One big bud, only a few days. What? One big bud? Every time I order weed from the government, they always give me the tiniest little popcorn nugs. And a whole bunch of them. So I was wondering if they actually ever can give big buds. So that's neat. I didn't know they actually can. Wow. I don't know. To me, I don't really hate popcorn nugs, but I gotta think, like the bigger nugs, they're usually higher potency. So yeah, I kind of wish I got a bigger one. Yeah, no deep breathers. Unless they have gum. Yeah, I don't know. For me, my work is kind of lucky because the only risk I'm really at the pandemic is if the guy I'm shoveling with hasn't been like careful. But I never go anywhere, so it's like, yeah, he does pretty low risk for me. Other than I do have PSWs come over to the house, but they're like on a different floor of the house, and some of them even come over in hazmat suits, so should be safe. No, I like that. The government, like workers for PSWs, they know that the cloth masks and the N95 masks don't really do anything. When they're wanted to be careful, they wear hazmat suits. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I don't understand where the government started to try to trick people into thinking like cloth masks or paper masks really do anything. But I just have to say I agree with the World Health Organization. Their recommendations to wear masks are never wrong. And they are gods. Everything they say is always correct. Just like to clarify that. I don't know what my previous statement was talking about. It was sarcasm. No, what was it? They're talking about the new variant rolling through. And I don't know if it's true. There's this new circulating story going around on Facebook where they're saying people that have taken this are actually getting the variant worse and more often than people that didn't take it. So I don't know if that's true or not. I doubt it is. It's just something circulating the rounds on Facebook today. Now, I'd just like to clarify too, I actually was listening to an interview with one of the world's leading virologists or whoever it is that studies viruses. And he was a guest on Joe Rogan's show. And he said that how viruses work in nature is every time there's a new variant, it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And why? Because in evolution, if a virus mutated and got stronger and stronger and stronger, it would kill off all of its hosts and die. So that's why in evolution, in nature, it always gets weaker and weaker and weaker. So that's why I think in the stories on the news, when they're like, oh, there's a new variant and it could be stronger, the reason they're adding that could be is because there's no evidence to show that it is, and probably a lot of evidence to the contrary. But who knows? Oh yeah, that was the other bad news I got today. It actually made me really sad. I was pretty down the dumps, so I was like, shit, man, I should stream Clone Evolution. That always cheers me up. No, what happened is I got the email about the family Christmas on my dad's side of the family, and everyone's ghastly afraid of the pandemic. So it's been canceled, our entire family Christmas on that side. Which I don't think technically it'll be canceled, because my dad is, despite being a germaphobe his whole life, he doesn't seem to care about the pandemic. Like, he even invited us over while he was sick. So I was like, what the hell, man? So I don't know, he's like completely flip-flopped on his old opinion. He used to be like a massive germaphobe, and if anyone was ever sick, he would like totally isolate, even if it was just like a random cold or something. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna host a Christmas, but the major part of my family, they're gonna not attend. Oh, and they were talking about too that they're not gonna attend until their kids all take the shot. I was like, oh my god, man, you're giving it to the kids? Not to hold it against people, because I know everyone wants what's best for their kids. And people that believe politicians and, tabloids like CNN are telling the truth, then yeah, they're obviously going to believe that and then do what they say. To me, it just seems odd. Like, I always think about it. If a drug company is profiting from something, would they sell a treatment that's going to take away all their profits and close their business? Or would they sell something that's actually going to make it worse and continue to profit? Or even profit even more? So that's how I just look at it. I don't know, like, I know it's definitely against the grain. I'm sure there's a drug company out there, it's like, hey, who needs profits? Let's help people. That's probably what the drug companies think, right? Let's hope. Sorry, that's a cynical laugh. That was terrible. Oh man, nah, if we can't laugh at the world ending, what can we laugh at? No, I'm just kidding. No, so what's gonna happen is, what else do we got? My new bed obviously hasn't arrived. It was on back order for like a week or something. Apparently the factory has to make it custom, but I doubt that's true. Hey, Old Stinger, how's it going? So if all the ladies are wondering, yes, I will have a new bed soon, but I can't get it stained or it'll void the warranty. Not that we would be getting it stained. No, my brother was telling me that. He's like, make sure you don't get the bed stained. And I'm like, I only wish. No, really, I've been isolating since like 2018, so yeah, it's been a while. Been a while. Ah, they have small buds called Migwitech. I know, I've heard that, or not heard that word. I've seen that word used a lot, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it means thank you or something. Can't remember. Oh, the Red Barn. Oh, Red Market. Yeah, I get it. Now, that's what I was thinking. Like, here in my province, or the southern part of my province, the First Nations reserves, they always have the gray market stores where you can like go and buy cigarettes that are like a fraction of the price. You can go and buy gasoline and it's like a fraction of the price. And then they always have like RC&P. Well, that's the weird part too, is they always talk about like, well, I don't know, not always, but I know a few First Nation guys who complain that the RC&P is always like targeting natives and letting the white people get away with murder. But then when you look at like the First Nation reserves that sell stuff, they literally have the RC&P there busting all the white people that come onto the reserve to buy shit, and they don't bust them until they leave the reserve. So they leave the natives alone and bust the white people. But it just might be how I'm looking at it. I'm sure there's probably some bust going on in the reserves as well that I just don't see. That's probably what it is. That's what I often noticed. Everyone's like thinking everyone's out to get them, but I'm pretty sure the cops are out to get everyone. They don't really care what race or gender you are. Let's hope not. And especially cops these days. It's not like cops are all white people anymore. Maybe it was like in the 80s or something, but like obviously if you get pulled over by the cops now, there's going to be all types of cops. There'll be black cops, First Nations cops, Chinese cops, whoever, right? It's like the days of Canada or even northern or even Canada, or like, yeah, North America, that's what I was gonna say. The days of North America being all white is like long gone. Fuck, it's been gone since like the 80s, for Christ's sakes. How many years has that been? 40 years ago? Holy shit, right? I can't believe 40 years since the 80s. But you never know, right? Like if you live on a native reserve, you probably don't see a lot of other people because you're on the reserve, right? So it's hard to tell what's going on in like all the other bigger cities unless you're always in them. I don't know, like here they talk about the demographics as still being all white people, but man, in my city it's like, I don't know what it is, but they keep saying that, but if you go outside, it's like you can obviously see it's not that. So I don't know why they're like screwing with the demographics charts or something, not telling people that we're having mass migrations, but I don't know. To me, mass migrations kind of worried me at the beginning, but I've gotten used to it over the years. It just kind of freaks you out at the beginning because you're like, oh God, are we going to lose our entire culture and I'll have to learn like 20 different languages, but no, it's not that bad. And I do kind of want to learn more languages now. Ah, fuck, we lost. No, like they say, like when you live in a multicultural region, during lockdowns, it's amazing. Because I literally have every culture in the world right here. So even if they close the borders down for like 30 years or whatever, I could still go to a Chinatown, I could still go to a Greek town, I could still go to I don't know, like New Jamaica. I don't know what it is, but oh yeah, Brantford is like New India. I don't know if anyone's ever been there. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of different regions. So yeah, if you get locked down, as long as you can still go to those different regions, it's like visiting every part of the world. All right, let's go Tavern Task. Should we start the... Yeah, maybe we should start the Thanksgiving. Man, I'm starting to get super dehydrated. I just got out of the shower. Had a boiling hot shower. I was like, fuck man, am I gonna wait till after the show? I was like, nah, let's do it before. All right, let's chug some water. Yeah, Megawid Tech is thank you. I bought it from a legal Ontario cannabis store. I'm sure we all did. Now, I was tempted to go with the illegal stores before legalization happened because a lot of them started opening in places like Hamilton and stuff, but I swear I never did. Now, to be fair, I had the whole medical permit thing before, so it was kind of like a gray area. The underground cannabis stores, they were selling to people for medical reasons long before legalization ever happened. No, I'll never forget, like, if you ever went into one of the illegal stores, not that I ever did, this is just what I heard people say. It's like you go in and there's like a big bouncer at the door and he's like super paranoid. He's like looking all over the place and like I know what it was. His cops kept busting them, like, so they never knew if like that was going to be the day that they were going to get arrested and put into jail. So the bouncer at the door was always on super edge. And then you would get to the counter to buy the weed and there'd be like super smoking hot babes working at the counter mostly. And yeah, they always looked a little bit paranoid too. And then they're always like, hey, when you get this, make sure you put it in discreet bag. Not that you just walk out of the store with it like in a bag that everyone can see. Oh yeah, and they're like, try to put it in a small bag too. Like if you put it in a really giant bag, then they might think there's a lot in there. Make you a target. Yeah, it was pretty freaky. But it was so wild because back then, the prices on the black market were like around $200 for a bag or like an ounce. And then if you went into like the illegal stores, you could get it for like 60 or $80. So it was like less than half the price. And it was a pretty good selection, so I've heard. Now, I'm sure most of the cops felt bad about busting those places because it's weird. They even charge tax. I was like, guys, if you're doing a legal shop and like everything's illegal, why the hell are you charging tax? paying tax on products you're not allowed to sell. Ooh, yaka. Alright, victory again. Now I gotta stop talking about weed and booze so much, man. 3 months of sobriety and only 3 days to go until I get back on the wagon. Or off the wagon, depending how you look at it. No, today was brutal. I tried a bowl of cereal and I only put half the milk in because my system has just been totally rejecting milk to the point where I get blood coming out of places it shouldn't. It's mainly because my hemorrhoid will act up from it. I need to go for surgery to get it corrected. Fucking sucks. But anyways, yeah, so I drank milk and that was already the first mistake. And then I had pizza, which I have the pizza allergy. So when I went out to rake the leaves, it felt like my stomach was ready to explode the whole time. Oh man, it was horrible. I feel like I'm like a 90-year-old YouTuber. I'm like telling all the stories about how my fucking digestive system is toast. Man, oh man. So yeah, I was so hoping I'd be able to go to work tomorrow, and then after I ate supper tonight, it actually sat pretty good. So I just stayed away from the dairy products, and I'm all good. Thank God. Boom! Yes, victory. Now, if anyone's ever had like a history or family history of hemorrhoids, be careful. Because it runs in the family. My dad had it to the point where he had to go for surgery. And what do you know? I happen to inherit it as well. Fucking sucks. Yeah, and then if you're like freaking out that you got blood coming out of places you shouldn't, it actually can be a hemorrhoid. Not to offer medical advice, but... yeah, so that's what I was worried, that the blood was a sign of something more serious. But then when I went on the hemorrhoid diet, it all went away. So I was like, oh, thank God, it was just the hemorrhoid. I hope. Now, if anyone's wondering the hemorrhoid diet, you just got to stop eating like a lot of dairy products, eggs, and usually it goes away, or at least subsides to the point where you don't have like blood anymore. That's always good. Fucking hate blood. What did it ever do for me? Damn. Now, if anyone's wondering what shirt I'm wearing tonight, it's the Dinobots shirt from Cybertronic Spree. And it says Central... what does it say? Central City? So it's basically the Toronto Raptors edition. And it's made by the Cybertronic Spree, a really good Transformers cover band. I got to party in Toronto a few times before, like at conventions, sci-fi conventions, Star Trek conventions, and they usually did the after party shows. Oh man, they were wild. So if you ever want to check them out on YouTube, highly recommend it. I should really put a link to them in the chat. See if I can bring it up here. Not that I should be sharing other things to watch while I'm doing YouTube, but... Cybertronic Spree! Yeah, I'm actually at some of the shows and the music videos, so if anyone sees me in the music videos, put it in the comments. Be like, hey, I see Leland from Lelanders. Ah, here it is. Yeah, so they're inching closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. So if anyone wants to help them out, they can subscribe. I'll put it in the chat. But I guess you should wait to watch it till after the show. Not that I tell everyone to leave. Leave, damn you. Leave me alone. Alright, let's see. Get out of here. Fuck, man. We almost made it to the end. Holy shit. Steadfast said she got a blood transfusion when she got run over. Holy fuck. That's brutal. You know what's the one really good thing about getting a blood transfusion? There's actually one really good side effect to it. Is normally when they get blood, they get it from like school drives or like, you know, they go to like high schools and like, hey, give blood and shit. And what they realized, well, I don't know if they stumbled upon it by accident, but when you get young people's blood, sort of like the whole vampire thing, is it actually has a bit of the stem cell recovery properties to it. So it's like, if you get blood from young people, it actually makes you a bit younger. My dad actually had to get a blood transfusion when he went for surgery on his jaw. And yeah, he had to have almost all of his blood replaced. They said that he was actually close to dying. So yeah, but he actually got like a lot younger looking after. It's kind of weird. So I don't know, they always talk about that, like who is it, AJ, the guy we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube. He used to do shows about that, how the royal family would always get blood transfusions from like younger people to try to keep them alive longer. But fucking look how old the queen is, and she still looks pretty young, right? It's like, what the fuck? So I don't know if that's true or not. Could just be speculation, but makes me wonder. No, another thing that AJ used to talk about that kind of freaked me out. It's kind of tempting to try it. I actually learned about it from a lot of UFC fighters. Is you know how when you get stem cell treatments, they're like borderline controversial or whatever? And the main reason they're controversial is they're getting it from babies. So like human babies. So that you can imagine how that happens. But anyways, so what UFC fighters realized is if you get stem cell treatments to like recover from really bad fight injuries, is if you get it done in Canada or the US, anywhere in North America, they have strict rules with how strong they can make the stem cells. Basically, it has to be so many parts per million. So yeah, like there's obviously other countries that don't oblige by the same rules. And that's where AJ started to talk about it. He's like, it's hospitals, and I forget what country. It could be Colombia. I always get Brazil and Colombia mixed up. I think it's Colombia. But anyways, he's like, yeah, he got badly hurt in a fight, so he had to go to get the stem cell treatment. He's like, fuck it, man. Instead of getting the weak-ass stem cells in North America, he's going down to South America, and he's going to try the ones from Colombia. This is like Chael Sonnen, if anyone's ever seen his show. So that's what he did, is he went down there, and he says when you arrive at the airport, you like take a cab to the fucking hospital, and he says the hospital is actually like a hotel, and it's also in a mall. So he's like, yeah, it's like one of the most like, it seems so relaxed, like you're not even going to like a big hospital full of sick people, you're just going to stay at a hotel, and the stem cell clinic is in the mall attached to it. So anyways, what he does is he gets the stem cell treatment, and when he got it, he's like, holy fuck, man. He feels like millions of times younger. He says like a decade younger. He feels like he's like a teenager in his 20s again. And he said his whole body just recovered. Like all the fucking ligament injuries, all the fucking like nagging like shoulder pains and stuff he had, all gone. So he's like, holy shit, man, these stem cell treatments in South America, they're fucking like wild how good they work. Oh fuck, I made him stronger. But then there's a horrible fucking not side effect, but a horrible catch. You can imagine something that good, there's like a horrible catch to it. So does anyone know what the horrible catch is? I don't even want to tell people, it's that bad. I don't know why I started this story. Now, like in the olden days, the First Nations people, they had legends about the red-haired giants that were living in, not even legends, it was actual history. Like they had history about how they encountered giants that had red hair. And by giants, they mean like 8 to 10 feet tall, not like 50 feet tall or anything. So anyways, there was a reason that they had to kill off all the giants, is because they kept stealing the babies and eating them. And specifically eating the organ meat, like the brains. So the natives got really mad. They're like, hey, fuck off, you bastards. Why do you keep stealing our kids and fucking eating them? So what turned out is these red-haired giants, I don't know how they figured it out, but they were into stem cell treatments even in the olden days. Because I guess the brain matter or whatever has a lot of the stem cell properties. So they were prolonging their lives, and they were doing it by hundreds of years. So like these giants that were living in North America, they fucking could live to like hundreds of years old. But then the natives said that they killed them off. They said they had enough of it. They're like, fuck these guys, they keep stealing our babies. And the weirdest part was, is people thought that it was just like a legend and it wasn't actual true history or anything. But it was a cave. It's called Lovelock Cave. And the archaeologists went in there because that's where they said the last of the giants used to live, and they fucking found the remains. So they actually found the remains of these fucking giants that used to eat the babies. So I was like, holy fuck, man, is that ever fucked up? Oh yeah, you know what's the weirdest part about the giants' remains? They took the giants' remains and put it in a museum. And they said that they were so amazing that the museum, holy fuck, we got 3 A's. The museum decided that they were going to make an entire building just for the giants because people wanted to come and see them that often. So yeah, they fucking built this museum and called it like the Giants Museum from Lovelock Cave. And they had the giants in there. And then what happened is like the academics or whatever, they came in and they shut down the museum and they took away all the bodies and disposed of them. And they said the reason they disposed of them is because giants couldn't be real, even though they had the fucking giants there. And they found them just where the natives said. And then what happened was the academics, they tried to destroy all the written records that proved that the giants were there. And they said the only thing that they really have left is the museum itself, because the museum never got torn down. So it's like the Giants Museum or whatever is still there, they just don't have any giants left. So anyways, the stem cell treatments in Colombia, that's what AJ started to research, and he found out they're doing horrible experiments there, because you can imagine they're getting more and more stem cell quantity, like parts per million. So what they were doing is they were doing abortions at the hospital in the mall, and instead of like keeping the baby for like a day or two, taking the stem cells and getting rid of it, they started like breaking the rules that we had in North America and keeping the babies alive longer and longer and longer so that they could keep getting more and more stem cells. I was like, oh my god, man, that's horrible. So you got to think there's like some baby that's stuck in a fucking hospital and it's just getting cut to pieces. But yeah, Alex Jones, or I shouldn't say his name, AJ started to tell people about that on YouTube, and that's when his channel started to get like really shut down. Like everyone says he got shut down about talking about like frogs turning gay or something, but I'm pretty sure it was that fucking hospital shit. People were more into like covering that up. Yeah, because it's totally unethical when you think about it. But who knows, some people say that when you kill babies, there's nothing wrong with it ethically, even depending what age they are, it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know, like if I got really sick or bad injuries and I had to go and get stem cells, I'd still be tempted to go there, as unethical as it is. It's fucking brutal. It's like one of the biggest temptations in life, right? Like, would you really want to prolong your life forever, even if it costs someone else their life? It's fucking brutal. It's like the vampire analogy. Remember how if anyone's seen an Interview with the Vampire, the movie Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise starred in, that was the whole deal with that movie, is they ran into the ethical dilemma of like, should they really be eating people's blood as vampires, even if it keeps them alive longer? It's like, yeah, it's so unethical to be killing people. But in those vampire movies, they were killing adults, so I guess that's way worse than babies, depending who you ask. Man, oh man. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe AJ will get his channel back and he'll be able to fill everyone in. I don't know, like he still has a channel, but it's on his own network. Still gets a lot of views, but not very many mainstream ones. Alright, let's do some skips here. Yeah, so praying for all the babies that are stuck in the hospitals in Colombia, man, that's fucking brutal, but hey, it's like, well, the borderline, like, I think, what did they say? Some of these, the technology from that also came from experiments on babies. I don't know how true that is, but I would not be surprised. Man, oh man. Yeah, our world is fucked up, man. When you look at all the weird shit that's happening and all the stuff we're not allowed to talk about, it's like the list of what we're not allowed to talk about just keeps growing and growing and growing. Yeah, but if you're ever wondering, like, why all these athletes and why all these, like, UFC fighters and boxers are prolonging their careers so much longer, they're literally going and getting these, like, illegal stem cell treatments. It's like turning them into, like, teenagers again. So I don't know, like, how far, like, some of the really rich people have pushed the technology. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, like, royal families or, like, really rich people starting to live like 200-300 years, and then they're gonna have to try to figure out some way of explaining it while they make sure that poor people can't live forever. Because you can imagine, man, if like everyone could live to be 300 years old, imagine how fucking serious the world population problem would become. Like, it's already at the borderline of extinction event, because like we have so many people, it's pushing the globe to extinction. And yeah, if everyone lived to be 300 years old, holy fuck, man, that would really be, like, they always wonder, like, if you hit retirement age, can you imagine you could retire for like 300 years? How long they would have to keep paying your pension? It would bankrupt all the governments. They're already saying, like, just with normal lifespans, that the pension is bankrupting the government. I think how they explained it is the amount of people that like paid into the pension was actually a really small amount. So when they get older and older and older, and then there's all these people that are on retirement, it's actually way more people collecting that paid into it. So that's where they run into the problem. They're like, holy shit, man. And the money has changed so much since. Yeah, it does seem like the left is really against the church, especially in Canada. It's ridiculous how much they're anti-church. Like, I get it, the church has definitely got a colored past. They haven't done everything perfectly, but they pick on them so much now. It's like they're literally like basically the communists trying to fucking shut down the religions. It's kind of freaky to see, but then at the same time, I'm like, it's always been in the biblical prophecies that eventually the governments or whoever's in power would turn against the church. It happened in like Rome, happened to the Christians, happens over and over again as history goes. So it kind of makes sense that it happens, and we shouldn't be that surprised, but still a little bit freaky. That's what I like about history when you study it. History tends to repeat over and over again. So if you ever learn history, you're almost like getting a little bit of a glimpse of what's to come, because it's just going to be the same thing repeating over and over again. It'll find like different variations, sort of like variants, but it'll really be the same history. Oh yeah, I got some video game history for today. Did anyone watch CU Podcast and hear about the big anniversary? Let me check which one it is. I think it's Nintendo Wii had its like 20th anniversary. Let me check. Yeah, so Pat and Ian were talking about how great, yeah, it is. November 18th. So that's a little bit, no, it's not, because it launched on November 18th of 2012. So it seems like they're a year early, which is weird. Or no, let's see, release date November 12th, or November 2012. I always remember the Nintendo Wii's launch date, because that was the first console that I ever got where I had to like camp outside of Walmart to get it. I was one of those people that like bought 3 of them thinking that they were going to go up in price so I could resell it, and then that is what happened. The only shitty thing is that reselling of consoles actually did have some bad karma attached to it that fucking backfired on me. Not that I got robbed for the consoles or whatever, but what happened is I bought the consoles, resold them, one to one of my friends, and my friend I just sold it to, I think for like $100 extra, and then I sold it to some guy in the newspaper for like double the price. So I was like, man, made like $200 or whatever. I can't remember what I did with the third one. I know I never ended up keeping it. Yeah, I think I actually ended up selling 2 of them for profit and sold one of them to my friend for pretty much the price we paid for it. And I sold him an open one because, yeah, I opened it, tried the Wii. And to be fair, I liked the Wii for a while, but I got sick of it really quick. And that's what CU Podcast, they forgot to mention, is despite Nintendo like breaking all these records for like selling the most consoles, the Nintendo Wii was actually a failure. Why? Because they sold all those consoles, but they almost didn't sell any games. Like, people literally just bought the console and never used it again. So they had like one of the lowest software turnarounds. So that's why people really didn't want to release games on the Nintendo Wii, or they didn't trust Nintendo, because they're like, hey, you sold all these consoles, but no one's buying the fucking games. Yeah, that's how I remember it. It's like Wii was one of those things that crashed, right? Like it was a big boom at the beginning, broke all these records, and then it just crashed and burned. So they literally had to start going on like the profits of their handheld market. They tried to recoup it with the Nintendo Wii U, but when Nintendo Wii U was just like the Wii, and it fucking was still bombing and crashing. Oh yeah, and what Pat and Ian forgot to mention is they always make fun of the Intellivision Amico and Tommy because it's a console that's selling like mini games and ports. And that's basically what they just hyped up about the Nintendo Wii. It was a console that was selling gimmicks and mini games, and it wasn't a powerhouse. Yeah, Nintendo Wii was the first console where Nintendo threw in the towel. They're like, you know what? We're not going to make a powerful console anymore. We're just going to make really outdated hardware and sell like really ass-backwards technology. And yeah, it worked for a gimmick, and then it wore off. But strangely enough, they did it again with Switch, and it worked for Switch. Because everyone didn't want to share screens at home. Oh, fuck, man. We're not going to beat this chick. Son of a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. God, man, I hate it when they give us the A battle and we can't beat it. I'm not lowering it any lower. Fuck that shit. We'll just accept that we're not going to beat the 8 levels, or the A levels. Yeah, that's what I seen. This one meme was making fun of God or Jesus or something, where it shows like God and he's giving the world a pandemic. He's like, look how much I love you, and he's giving a pandemic to everyone. But then people forget, like, it's one of the oldest religions in the world. What is it? Zoroastrianism, that winged disc religion. Technically, I'm probably not even allowed to talk about it, but it's one of the oldest philosophies in religion. Is if a God comes to you and makes things easier for you, it's actually a demon in disguise. Like a God for real, like the creator, he always makes the world more and more and more challenging because people thrive on challenges. If a God comes to you and makes anything easier, it's like that's a curse. So it's like, that's what I was kind of laughing when I seen that meme. If God really did come and make the pandemic or whatever, it's because we're become so weak and we need a challenge to overcome. And I often see that with Canada. People's like, oh, Canada, God, it's so hard, like your lockdowns and tyrannical government. And I'm like, well, yeah, Canada was fucking weak ass, man. Everyone was becoming fat and lazy and so complacent. So we really did need some sort of tyrannical dictatorship to fucking teach us a lesson. Because God, I don't think we'd learn it any other way. If they just kept making things easier and easier and easier, we'd just get weaker and weaker and weaker. It's kind of like if someone came and took all your gym equipment away. If they took all your gym equipment away, sure, it's easier, you don't have to work out. But is it actually going to make you stronger? No. The gym equipment was. Yeah, you have to be careful with telling that part of the religion, because even though Zoroastrianism, or that Anunnaki religion, officially on Wikipedia, it says it has nothing to do with the Aryan philosophies, but you can put 2 and 2 together, right? What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. It was the saying of what's his name. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Every region of the world that fucking is getting the lockdowns really bad and the government's completely taking advantage of them, it's because they got so complacent. You let your governments get out of control, people got so lazy and fat and are just like complacent of like just listening to everything the government tells them and never questioning it. So once you do that for a certain amount of time, eventually the government's just going to turn so corrupt that they'll fuck you over. Not that they are. I agree with the World Health Organization. I'm sure everything they're doing is to help people. Oh yeah, and I heard Anomaly's show. I don't know if anyone listens to Anomaly's show. He's got a pretty good YouTube channel too. But he was on a podcast with another show. What is it, Ryan? I should look it up. The episode's fucking hilarious. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but man, I might watch it before work just so I can laugh my ass off before starting work. Yeah, because it was fucking funny. They put a horrible show title. I don't know why they do that. I guess it's because comedians, but God, I don't even know if I can share this show title. It's that bad. Alright, so yeah, let me just put I'll take a picture of it quick. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, the episode's called Puking from Sex with Girls. And it's Anomaly as a guest on Ryan's show. And what is the show called? Fuck, I always forget the name of the show. I'll have to click it for a sec. Oh, it's called The Boys Cast. That's what it is. And what had happened was, why they called the show title that, is they talked just briefly. It's not the whole episode. Yeah, Ryan's a comedian from Canada, but he moved to the States. I think he's living in California now. Yeah, it's like what happens when every Canadian becomes successful. They leave as first chance they get, never come back. But anyways, what the podcast was about, or one of the topics, is there was a guy that sued a drug company, and the drug company was giving him some medications to cure, I think, what was it, Parkinson's, or treat it or something. Or maybe MS, can't remember. But anyways, he had some bad condition that he needed these drugs to cure him. And when he took the drugs, it was altering his dopamine. If anyone knows what dopamine is, that chemical that like cocaine addicts are always like trying to boost by doing coke. Like gives you like overstimulus. So anyways, he was taking this medication and it fucked up with all of his dopamine levels. And he sued a drug company in court, saying that it turned him gay and it also turned him into a gambling addict. Because he said the only way that he could fulfill the dopamine level imbalance that he got from the medication was by having like rampant gay sex and with gambling on horse races. So he sued the company and he fucking won the lawsuit. He got like $100,000 out of them. He said that it like ruined his marriage and all this stuff, but I was like, man, what a fucking funny podcast it was. So yeah, I was listening to that earlier today. I don't know if anyone wants to listen to it. I'm sure it's PJ-13, but I don't think it says that anywhere in there. Oh yeah, and that's where I was getting at. One thing that Anomaly talked about on the show is that he actually believes in some of the flat earth research. I was like, what? You believe the flat earth? And he's like, no, not really the flat earth, but he believes that there's something weird that NASA's not telling everyone. And I was wondering about that too, because NASA is like known for never giving a straight answer. Basically never a straight answer. NASA, it's an acronym. But yeah, I don't think the Earth is flat either. I just think there's something fucked, right? Like, what is it that NASA keeps trying to hide? Why can't they just like explore space? Like, fuck man, we were doing it 50 years ago and then they just stopped. Sure, they send out probes and stuff, but the probes never find anything good. They won't even send video back. So it's like, why are they even afraid to send video back? Like, what could be that bad that they can't even show video? Like, what did they find on Mars that was so scary that they can't show the fucking video, right? The only thing I was thinking is that either the Earth is a simulation sort of thing, or maybe there's demons. One or the other. Or maybe it's a combination of both. I'll have to do a space show again soon. I did one with Billy Carson. Man, it was one of my best episodes ever. I was super nervous to talk to Billy because he's like a massive celebrity. Not only in like paranormal fields, but he's also the coach of the USA basketball team for the Olympics, for the women's team, or at least he was the coach. I think he tried to convince the whole team to go veganism, and then that's when they dropped him as the coach. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing too. NASA keeps bragging that they're going back to space, and they keep talking about doing it with plants. I'm like, really? Is everyone living on other planets going to be vegan for the rest of their life? Is that the plan? If that's the case, they should really warn people. Be like, hey guys, you're going to have to go vegan. Then see how many people want to sign up. I know there's going to be some people that don't mind veganism, but man, it's a death sentence for most people. Boom, yes. Alright, so what do we got? Naked HD joined the chat, and he or she wants us to check out some webcam stuff. But I'd just like to say I don't recommend that stuff. What I do recommend is the Virtual Maid sex machine. I've got the link for it below. It's a sex machine that hooks up to your computer, sort of like a video game sex machine. Yeah, and it's for adults and men only, but if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. The only catch is I can't go anywhere, so you have to come visit me. Hey, getting a new bed. But no, anyways. No, so I appreciate you joining the chat, Naked HD. Just try to keep it clean. Even though you can tell by listening to my show that as long as you keep it cleaner than me, you could probably say a lot. Man, oh man. No, it is a PG-13 show, so I started adding that to the front label of the show. Because I figured, yeah, I should really warn some kids' parents. Be like, hey, the fuck are you letting your kids listen to? Dear God, what kind of parent are you? No, my niece and nephew almost tried to watch the show, and my brother, thankfully, he's like, no, you can't watch it. It's for adults. Phew. No, because my niece and nephew, they're only like grade 1-ish age, so yeah, definitely too young to listen to the show. They said they liked the show thumbnails, and that's why they wanted to watch it. I was like, man, I gotta start designing some thumbnails that get adults' attention rather than kids. Boom! Come on, let's kick his ass. Right, so what are we at? We're an hour into the show. Let's do a lot more skips. I really don't have time to do a late show tonight, so let's try to speed this up and finish this. Holy fuck, we got 130 left? Son of a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yes. It's funny, eh? Most people want A's. I don't. I want the D level. The triple D. I'm just in it for the corn. No, that sounds bad, but... Now, if anyone's wondering, we don't gotta wait too much longer in order to use the big pet house reward, because my birthday is coming up on the 2nd. So when I said that we're waiting till my birthday to open it, it's not like it's like months or weeks away. It's literally just a few days away. Yeah, let's double check. How long is it to my birthday? The 2nd, yeah, so it's well over, or less than a week away. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's not that bad. Now, if anyone's wondering how old I'm going to be this year, my age matches the year. So I always have to look to see what year it is. So we're going into the year 2022, so I'll be 42. That's it. Now, when I was 20 years old, it was the year 2000. When I was 19, it was the year 1999. So it makes it a little bit easier to calculate. Thank God. I think that's how God at least helped me in one regard. Hopefully not that he's a demon. No, he did make it easier to calculate how old I am. Thank God. No, it's weird too, because if I don't know what year it is, I literally don't know how old I am. I usually don't keep track. And if I lose track of the year, then yeah, I lose track of my age. No, my brother's the same way. One time we went to a casino, and they asked him how old he was. He forgot how old he was, so he gave his age, and he was off by like 5 years or something. And the funniest part too is they checked his ID after he gave his age, and they let him in. I was like, wait a minute, he gave the wrong age. But I guess it was because he was still old enough. It didn't matter that he was too dumb to know how old he is. Shouldn't say too dumb. He's just too distracted. Like, who really keeps track of how old they are? Yeah, it's like, can you imagine you're a bouncer and you ask someone how old they are, and then they give you their age, and then you check their ID and it's not even close. But you still let them in anyway. Oh yeah, that happened to me once when I found somebody's wallet on the ground, and yeah, I think it was with my friends, and everyone else took the money and stuff, and we should have gave the guy's ID back, but we didn't know who he was. So I actually kept his ID because I wasn't old enough to buy cigarettes at the time. Or I was, and I just didn't have ID. That's what it was. So anyways, I went to the corner store with the ID, and it was just a birth certificate. And I forgot to memorize what the guy's birthday was. So I went in there, and they asked me for ID for the smokes. I showed the ID, and they're like, "What's your birthday?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I don't know what my birthday is on that ID." So I just guessed a date. And he's like, "Man, you're not even that far off. This isn't your ID, I could tell." Because I think he knew the guy or something. But then he's like, "Man, you guessed within a few days." I was like, "Really? That was a good guess. Almost had it." The weirdest part was he gave me the ID back. So yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a weird occurrence. When I was on the spot and I had to guess someone's birthday, I was only a few days off. No, I think subconsciously I had sort of looked at the ID because I wanted to make sure it would be old enough to buy smokes. No, normally people would always try to get me to buy their cigarettes because when I was like 12, I could actually pass for 19. Because I was like already like over 6 feet tall. So I was like usually way taller than even most adults. Now, I think I was finished growing by about grade 9 or 10. Already reached 6'2". There we go, 3 C's. Now, I'll still never forget back what price used to be on cigarettes. What was it, like $2 a pack? So you could literally just collect a bunch of quarters off the ground and have enough for a pack. I don't know, like how much does a pack of cigarettes cost in Canada right now? How much does a pack of cigarettes cost in Canada or Ontario? So you can get cartons of cigarettes for roughly $104. I don't know. Yeah, they said in 2015. I don't know. Why won't it tell me how much a fucking pack is? Holy shit, it's $15 a pack. Yeah, so it used to be $2. No, that's what happened, is the government just keeps giving away free money and they keep raising stuff and raising the costs on everything and their spending gets out of control. That really, taxes have been going so high and people don't even realize it because they're taxing stuff like cigarettes, lottery tickets, gas. They're just taxing the shit out of it. So that's how they can try to hide it. They're like, "Oh, we haven't really raised taxes that much. As long as you don't buy cigarettes, you won't know." Now, I'm pretty sure a pack of cigarettes still is worth about like $1 or whatever. I think I was watching a documentary about cigarette companies, and they were saying like to make a pack of cigarettes actually costs them less than a penny. So it's like, yeah, less than a penny per pack. And they're selling it for, what did I say, $15 each? That's pretty good profits. Yeah, I think that's why the native reserves, they're able to sell cartons of cigarettes for like way cheaper. And yes, because they're not having to pay the tax part of it. Oh fuck, 3 A's in this bitch again. God damn it. Alright, so how can we beat her? She's like super health orientated. Let's go with trying to poison the shit out of her and see if that works. Yeah, hopefully it does work. Let's try it. We got no choice. Now, some people think that it's not such a big deal to just keep paying more and more in tax. But I think you gotta be careful because the government will let it run out of control one day. To the point where it's like eventually their taxes will be so high that they'll really just go bankrupt. Fuck, man, Sea King, you gotta poison her more. What the hell's going on, man? Let's try the skip trick. Maybe it'll help. Yes! Did it say we got the victory? Fucking A. Wow. I did not think that was going to work. So it just goes to show, like, never throw in the towel and just give up completely. Sometimes in life, you just got to try some unorthodox techniques. And you never know. You can change your outcome. Alright, so let's put her back. There we go. Still getting that lag. I don't know what the fuck the lag's from. Holy fuck, man. 82. This is going to take forever. We really got to speed this up. I got to fucking shovel soon. Now, my boss said it's going to be easy shift, so we can just imagine what I'm in for tomorrow. He fucking jinxed it. I tried to warn him. I'm like, man, there's a snowstorm coming for 30 hours non-stop. We should really be prepared. It's like, oh, don't worry. It's going to be an easy shift. It's like, fuck, man. You had to say it, didn't you? Oh, fuck. 3 A's again. Damn it, man. Why do they keep doing this to us? At least we were able to beat that one. As long as it's not that nurse chick. She's got so much healing. It seems like in the game, healers are always the hardest to kill. Fuck, 3 A's again. It's like A City. Is anyone noticing that? The game gives you way more A's at the end. It's they're probably trying to convince me to deposit so that I can actually beat the A objective. Or it could be the reward system. I find the game, they seem to give the best rewards if you wait till the last minute to complete the event. If you try doing the event when it first arrives, that's when they give you absolute garbage. So it's like literally you have to wait till like the last day of the event and then try. I know it's risky because then you'll run out of time, but if you want the better rewards. Yeah, that Ryan comedian, God, is he ever funny. It's like, I don't know, like how his channel, I think he did say he gets lots of strikes. So that's the one thing with YouTube, it's always a balance, right? Like, if you try to make your show so good that you get tons of viewers, you're going to be breaking so many rules that you get your channel taken down. But if you make your show like follow all the rules, it gets so boring that no one wants to watch it. So it's always like you're walking a line of like how risky can I make the show before it gets taken down. Just kind of annoying. I noticed the same thing with like radio. Back when I used to do public broadcasting radio, it's like they had the same thing. It's like all the best topics that get like the most views or listens on the radio, same thing, not allowed to talk about them. So they're like, oh God, how much can I almost talk about it without getting kicked off the radio? And then radio was always risky too, because if you got into trouble, you're looking at like thousands in fines. Pretty sure that's how it worked. All right, 3 Bs. No, nothing's ever easy. Anything that's good is always a challenge. Now, if people want me to show the weed that I got from the government, I don't even think I'm allowed to show it. I remember once I got into Facebook jail because I advertised or shared one of the advertisements that the government weed store was advertising. And I get it because like sometimes kids could see it. But that's the only thing I was thinking is Facebook is supposed to be for adults only. So if Facebook's for adults only, why the hell do they care if you share an ad that's for adults? Doesn't make any sense. Unless Facebook changed their policy and they allow kids on, but I don't think they do. Last I checked. Oh, 3 A's again. Oh, 3 C's, thank God. Alright, we're actually raking in these fucking corn rewards. This is good. Oh, fuck. 3 A's. Ah, at least it's one we can beat. Jinx. Yeah. Beat it again. Let's just check. How many A rewards did we actually get this time? See, we're only halfway there. George said he made it all the way to 20. Fucking lucky bastard, man. Like, I got a lot here at the end and still only made it to beat 8 of them. So that's why I think they keep giving us the A ones. They're like, hey, let's try to get them to deposit. Sorry, game. No deposits from me. Although we did make some super chats tonight, it's like I spent a lot on Black Friday, so I got to try to conserve my money for a little while. Yeah, man, I got so many packages from China coming. It's fucking ridiculous. I fucking went on a spending spree. Holy, Alt Stinger said he made it to 20 also. Congratulations. I guess it was just my strategy that was bad. I did that strategy where I tried to get the level up to 40, but 40 was just too high for me to kill the A boss. I really should have kept it at 37 the whole time. At least I know for next time. If I have to boost level, don't boost it over 37. Yeah, it seems like everyone made it to A except me. Damn me. At least the game can't be accused of giving me special treatment. What the fuck? There's some sort of glitch going on, eh? Oh, it's the game froze. Alright, well, since the game froze, I'll reboot it. And we'll play the Vaporizer commercial. Oh, before we play the Vaporizer, yeah, let's play the Vaporizer. We'll be right back. It's booting. Hopefully it's not a maintenance update. Or hopefully it's not my internet. No, my internet's still going. Oh yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to do before my Sober October ends. Or 3 months of sobriety. Is I'm going to finish the Vaporizer update commercial. So I'll show people how to get the oil out of the tank. And show what the real honey oil looks like. Because I've never actually finished that video before, so I really should. So yeah, so I'll finish that video in the next, 3 or 4 days? Yeah, 3 days, fuck. So we got an Entropia video to do, have to do this. Quite a bit of shit to do. Oh yeah, and the music video. Fuck man, these 3 days are going to be action-packed. Who knows, maybe I'll make the Vaporizer commercial the day that I start vaping again. So I can show how wrecked it gets you. Yeah, I guess the oil that's in there has been sitting in there for 3 months, so hopefully it hasn't gone stale. That'll be a good test to see how long the oil can last. Which reminds me, I gave a friend of mine some of the oil. I'll have to ask him how he liked it. Holy shit, 7 likes. Thanks everyone. Alright, let's get back to the game. Alright, welcome back. The game didn't crash that badly. Holy fuck, man. I was hoping that we got everything done, and it's like I didn't do any of it. Oh, fuck, I did it twice. Piece of garbage. I keep doing everything twice because I'm getting a little bit of lag. I don't know, was anyone else playing with a bit of lag today? Could just be me. My internet's usually pretty fucked. I'll blame the internet. It has nothing to do with me. No, I'm going to be hooking up a hub to my internet soon. I don't know if anyone heard that I was modding my PS2. I was going to do it today, but I got really bad stomach pain, so I was like fucked for doing anything big project-wise. Raking the leaves was basically the only big job I got done today. Man, did I ever fucking rake a lot of leaves. It's basically every weekend for the past month, I spent my entire Saturday just raking leaves. My fucking neighbor has like a giant fucking maple tree, and like all the leaves land in our yard. Now I did increase some of the armor here, see if it makes any difference. Was it that blue halo chick? She's got some better armor on now. Fuck, man, she dies so quick. Even Alice can't survive. Alright, let's just exit the shit out of this. Fuck, man, I can't believe how hard that level is. I guess I should guess because it's level 800. Tried to make it a big challenge, but man, it's fucking like impossible. Alright, we'll go to the arena. Finish this quick. I modified the arena team to see if I could maintain a higher level for longer. Seems like it is. God, I wish everyone wasn't such a high level. There we go. We can beat the Joker at least. We can beat Feminizer. Or Fezmeister. Sorry, Fez. I know I always tease their name, but it is kind of a cool name. Alright, let's try to beat Kobe. Yes. Yes, another victory. I wonder why my level is so low in this. Oh, fuck, that's why. Suck. Now, people have been asking me to do a Twitch stream, and I do have a Twitch channel. And it would be kind of neat to do a Twitch stream because they're allowed to play music and just hardly talk. That'd be such a weird format for a show, though. I was thinking, like, man, can you imagine just playing video games and letting music do most of the work? Where you barely even have to talk? Would help save my voice, but... Oh, fuck off, man. How the fuck did I lose 3 battles in a row? Or 2. What a piece of shit. Alright, so Old Singer says his strategy is to make the boss level for Thanksgiving in between 30 and 35. Yeah, that's a pretty good strategy. I've got it up to 37 and... Oh, fuck, man. Lost 2 again? What a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Who doesn't love horrors every now and again? Where are we going? Westward, ho. There we go. Come on, let's get at least some victories here. What the fuck? Oh, another failure. Piece of shit. Gonna lose every one today. Fuck that, man. I'm not playing that nonsense. Yeah, we've reached the point where my team really needs to improve. Not just because I'm using them horribly, but yeah, the team itself, they're to blame. Let's try this one. Fuck. Yes. Finally. That's what we needed. Alright, can we beat this team? Let's give it a try. Yes. It's always good when we beat the first battle, because that's my weakest team. Oh, fuck. Second team lost. Yes. Third team won. Alright, Tavern Task, Advanced Clone. Alright, so it's just the clone stuff. Let's see if we can do this one. 21 hours. Yeah, I better do it because I'll be gone shoveling. I might not make it back in time to do it. Usually if my boss fucks up his plan really bad, we might have to work a double shift back to back. That means I'll be gone like the whole day and night. So I was trying to warn him. I'm like, man, they're calling for 30 hours of snow. Alright, tavern tasks. Yeah, tavern tasks is going to take a while, so let's go back to the Thanksgiving event. We really got to finish her off. Finish her off quick. No, I think it reminds me. I did get the A battle once, enough to win it, so it's just bad strategy on my part. We could have had enough to get the A. We should have aimed for the A. Ooh, doesn't sound good. Oh man, did anyone hear the horrible news of what happened to one of the webcam streamers? I think there was a woman who is webcam streaming. I can't remember which channel. Probably free cams or something like that. But anyways, she was streaming and she used a gun as part of her act and it went off. So she ended up shooting herself right in the privates. Thankfully, they said she's going to survive, but I was like, man, what a place to shoot yourself, especially on a live stream. But man, I can imagine the views she got. Man, oh man, that'd be horrible. I'll have to remember that if I ever start streaming, do not involve guns. That'd be a nightmare. Now, if anyone's wondering if that's a true story, I actually heard about it as a meme on Facebook, so I thought it was fake, and then I looked it up, and it actually was a true story. Unless I read it up on tabloids. Let's hope it was a fake story. Man, that'd be brutal. Now, if I had to guess, since she survived and it wasn't that serious, it was hopefully just a glancing blow. Man. Not directly in. Ooh. 106 corn. Yeah. Alright, we got 2 pumpkin pies left. Oh, fuck, that's not enough. I should have just boosted up the other level. That was stupid. Oh well, stupid is, stupid does. Alright, so let's buy some of this shit. Oh yeah, we're on the next round. So we're getting some epic rewards. Let's hope for some fucking pet collars. Come on, pet collars. Holy shit, we got 4 pet collars in one draw. That deserves a cheer. Fucking A. The only way that could get better is if we somehow looted one of these. This guy or that. I really doubt it's going to happen. But keep your fingers crossed, viewers. With you helping, anything's possible. Alright, some more pet collars. Whoa, we got one of those. That was 100. Yeah, we cleaned out the 100 one. Woo. Yeah. Fucking A. More pet collars. Woohoo. More pet collars. Alright, we're really coming close to the end. So before we do it, let's give a shout out to the patrons. Alright, thanks again. Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, and everyone else a patron. Really appreciate it. And the affiliate links, just mentioned Patreon. We also got Society 6, finishing quick is my specialty, saying that comes on t-shirts and bed sheets. And I failed to get the new store open, so that is what we'll be doing for the next time being. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my act together and get that fucking store going sooner than later. Hideout TV pays you to watch videos. Swagbucks will pay you to shop. GameKit will pay you to play games. And free Bitcoin is a wallet system for crypto. And sadly, BetFury is finished. Unless you live in one of the countries where it's still legal, but I don't think it's hardly anyone. I know most of the people, my viewers, are not in countries where it's legal, so I no longer share BetFury. So anyways, Virtual Maid Sex Machine, we covered it earlier, but if you want a $10 coupon code for it on a purchase of $150 or more, just type in Lying BS. That's LYNBSN. And it's not a lie, it's a real coupon code. And I get a cut out of it, so just to beware. Disclose everything. I disclose too much. Anyways, yeah, my website, we're going to have some updates soon. Hopefully by the end of the year. I keep putting deadlines on that and failing miserably. Alright, let's get back to the game. Speaking of failing miserably. Let's try a few more draws. But let's do the casino draw first. This will be epic failure. Come on, Rock God. No, not the enzymes. Why? Why the enzymes? I know some people like the enzymes. I'm just not one of those people. Alright, let's see. How many more did we need? We're going to have to buy some with those. But hey, we'll come back and do that another day, I think. Let's continue with the casino event. Or not casino. The adventure. The corn adventure. Not P, C. Corn. Oh yeah. Pet colors up the yin yang. Yeah, man. Too bad we couldn't loot one of these. Come on, one of these. This will be our last draw. Oh no, we could still do a couple single draws. Oh, that was our last good one. We did get one pet color, but it's not enough. Alright, let's do the last single draws. The corn stuff is never going to be usable again as far as I know, so we might as well just burn it all. Oh shit, even a pet color. Alright, last chance. Come on, good one. Come on, good one. Has anyone ever made it to the next round? That'd be fucking epic. Imagine what the rewards are for next round. Ooh, pet food. Right, so we used up everything. Thanksgiving is complete. So I hope everyone enjoyed Thanksgiving. Seems like a lot of people got the A reward. I did not. But at least we got enough for a pet draw with that one. And we also got enough for a pet draw with this one. So we got 2 pet draws to do on December 2nd. And that is a Thursday. So next Thursday, you got it. Alright, so Naked HD is back. Thanks, Naked HD. Alright, so let's go to... Let's try... Yeah... No, these are all shit battles. Let's go with the expedition. We're gonna fail it, but let's try to do a fantastic failure. Take him out, and we'll increase. Who will be good for the increase? Let's go with Monk, just to see if we can tear him a new one. No, we need another tank for the second tank position. Well, let's try him there. Oh, I know. She's actually not that bad of a second tank. Alright, let's try this, see if we can win. Let's give a shout out to the viewer while we get our asses whooped. Alright, Jeffrey Dead, Fatty Kuka, Steadfast, Dan Davis. And big shout out to Dan Davis for the super chat. $1.37 Canadian. Fucking A. Alright, Alt Stinger 11. And me. I was even in the chat today. Fatty Kuka, Naked HD. And Naked HD and Alt Stinger. So thanks again, everyone. Let's give everyone a good round of applause. Come on, man. Monk's in our team. Can't we win with the monk? Fuck, one healer down. Oh man, everyone's just dying. What the fuck? Alright, let's try switching this up. There's got to be a way we can do it. Alright, let's try that. You never know, man. This Sea King guy, he poisons the shit out of a lot of people. So maybe that'll be the key. Boom. Come on, let's take out one of them. Now, I was thinking what we could do is, at least if we kill some of their team, we could come back with a second team and then just actually kill some. There, we got one dead. The Sea King's working. Oh, fuck, I jinxed it. Oh, man. Oh, both healers done? Fucking witches. Not that all evil witches exist. There's good witches too. A lot of hot witches. Alright, let's see. Take out the extra healer. And put in the person that'll bring us back from the dead. Let's try that. If anyone's got ideas what team that I should try, you'd be surprised. Sometimes I change up these teams over and over and over again, and I actually find a combination that works. I know it seems rare because I give up often on the show, but when I'm playing offline, yeah, sometimes I'll spend a half hour and just keep trying different combinations. You'd be surprised what I do offline. No, I'm just kidding. Boom. At least we got one down. Oh man, Sea King's almost dead. Fuck. It's a shame, that battle. Oh, we got another one dead. I was gonna say it's a shame because this battle seemed like it was actually going better. Oh fuck, there goes our healer. That was the last straw. If our healer goes down, there's nothing we can do. Alright, so I'll have to wait and we'll try that a little bit offline next time. Alright, so let's go for the final sponsor message.
Today's last Thanksgiving event was brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Woo!
Right, if you happen to get any of the pet supplies that we just won in the Thanksgiving event in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like and a share. Really appreciate it. And just make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life.
Bye for now, everyone. Yeah, and hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of the weekend, and hopefully you don't have to be outside shoveling snow like I do. But this turmoil that I face will hopefully make me stronger and not kill me. Alright, bye for now. I jinxed it. Alright, see ya. Later. Tiger Planet's free. Check them out. Yeah, thanks for the good luck today. We managed to get all the pet colors we needed for my birthday. See ya. Wish me luck.